Good morning! How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing fine. I'm Ma'am Joy from Disciplina Village Bignay National High School, your virtual teacher this morning. Come and join me for another virtual learning experience only here at Valenzuela Live. Just a few reminders before we start. Please make sure you have your learning packet in English ready and follow our discussion there. You might be needing a pen and a paper to note significant details from the lesson. Don't forget to note and reserve your queries for our question and answer portion later. Allow me to present to you our most essential learning competency, that is to provide words or expression appropriate for a given situation. Our specific learning competencies, on the other hand, are agree or disagree with the ideas of the speaker and accept or reject ideas mentioned. We will be using the strategic, localized, and interactive intervention materials prepared by Mr. Glenn Sinday from Mapulang Lupa National High School, so please keep your learning packet in English handy. I guess we're all ready to start. Let's begin by letting me know how you feel. Every day, over 700 million emojis are used in Facebook posts alone. It has become the norm to express our feelings and even helps connect us more to others, especially during this time of community quarantine. So, can you tell me how you feel about the following statements I'm going to show you? You can tell me by using the following emojis. Once I flash a statement and you strongly agree with it, hit the heart reaction. If you agree, just hit like. And if you disagree, hit wow reaction. And if you strongly disagree, hit haha. Are you ready? Let's begin. The first statement is, pineapples go well with pizza. I've seen this debate going on for a while now in social media. So, how do you feel? Wow, I got a lot of mixed reactions here. This is our next statement. This has been very controversial for many years now. Chicken comes first before the egg. What do you think? Alright, likes, hearts, wows, haha. Well, I'm not sure at all. Do your research, guys, to prove your answers. For the last statement, I have reserved the most controversial one. And many of us have varying opinions about this. There should be no face-to-face classes until the virus is gone. So, what do you think? That's nice. I totally understand your opinions. Indeed, it's risky to do face-to-face classes while the virus is still active. Thank you so much for sharing with me your reactions. According to Katy Perry's song entitled Agree to Disagree, just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean that a friendly, romantic, or even professional relationship isn't possible. In fact, both agreements and disagreements are part of any relationship. What's important, especially when disagreeing with someone, is how you disagree. Remember the lines? It's not what you say, but how you say it. That's why our official hashtag today was taken from one of your favorite Netflix original Korean series. Hashtag, it's okay to not be okay. Many conversations include having to agree or disagree. Yes, there are always two sides of the coin. So, let us get to know first what we really mean when we agree and disagree. But we don't just simply say, I agree or I disagree. As a matter of fact, there are many phrases and words that are used to express agreement and disagreement in English. Let's see what you have got in there. Can you tell me some expressions for agreement? You may write down your answers on the comment section below. If you have written, that's it, you're correct. Do you also have the expression, great idea? If you do, then you're definitely right. How about, oh yeah, that sounds fantastic? That is also correct. Do you also have on your list, yeah, no kidding? Yes, you got it right. What about expressions for disagreement? What's on your list? If you have the word seriously, that's correct. How about the expression, are you kidding me? That is also right. Do you also have the expression, I do not like this attitude? If you do, you are precisely correct. You see, it's very easy to identify these expressions, especially when you are engaged in a conversation. But we cannot always use the same expressions over and over again. And depending on the specific situation, some words or expressions are more appropriate, fitting, or correct than others. So, here are some expressions used to show agreement. That's right. Absolutely. Exactly. Me too. Yes, I agree. You're right. That's a good point. I see exactly what you mean. I couldn't agree more. I totally agree. Now, check out these dialogues. Do you think that eating less meat is better for the environment? Absolutely, and good for your health too. Do you believe that hard work is the key to success? Definitely, so we must start working hard as early as now.
If I ask her on a date, do you think she'd say yes? Of course. I mean, you're the best guy in our campus.
These common expressions are just few of the many more expressions that we can still use in agreeing. The next expressions I'm going to show you are the most common ones that are used for disagreeing. No way! I totally disagree. Yes, but that's not right. I'm not sure about that. I don't agree with that. Let's consider these examples.
Jeb says that he can memorize everything for a test in just an hour.
No way, I won't believe it. We should buy new furniture for our bedroom.
Yes, but we don't have the money for the new furniture right now. Skateboarding is a lot safer than a bike. To be honest, I don't agree with that. I know more people who have had skateboarding accidents than bike accidents.
And there we have it. 4 expressions used when disagreeing. You know, it's often easy to express agreement to someone, but it is always a problem when you have to disagree. No one would like to end up in a heated conversation or in an argument, right? These tips might be of big help. First, indicate that you're sharing your opinion. Agreements and disagreements are generally about your personal thoughts and feelings in relation to something. Phrases like, I think, or, in my opinion, make it clear that you're stating an opinion and not a fact. Using these types of phrases helps to create a friendly environment where both people feel that they can talk openly and share their own opinions. Next is ask for feedback. Questions like, what do you think? Also helps the other person feel like you're open to a discussion and care about their opinion. It is also very important to be polite. Even if you disagree, you can still be polite and respectful. Phrases like, I might be wrong, but, or, I'm sorry, but I don't agree, help to maintain politeness and respect. Another tip is to address the thought instead of the person. Differences in thought and opinion don't need to affect your relationship with people. This is especially important in academic and office spaces. I say this with due respect, but it's a nice way to state a disagreement, especially in a professional or formal setting. Finally, know when to end the conversation. Ending a conversation when it starts to become too uncomfortable or when the other person just repeats the same points over and over again is a good idea. It indicates that person isn't really interested in changing his mind or accepting your different point of view. So, continuing the conversation at this stage is pointless. In these situations, you should just agree to disagree and move on. Now that you already know some expressions and tips on how to agree and disagree, I am confident now that you are ready for a bigger challenge. A while ago, we let your emojis speak for you to express whether you agree or disagree. This time around, I want you to comment down below your opinion in the statement I'm going to flash on the screen. Use the new words and expressions you have learned in agreeing and disagreeing with our activity entitled Say What You Mean What You Say. You will be given 10 seconds to share your thoughts. Here is the statement that has become prominent recently. Baguio City is a perfect place to go with your friends. What do you think? Make your voices be heard in 10 seconds. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Let us read some of the comments our moderator has gathered. Our virtual learner from Karuhata National High School says, absolutely, especially if you go with someone as a friend. You have a point there. Going with someone as a friend. But our virtual learner from Bignay National High School says otherwise. I don't think so, because for me, Tagaytay City is where I want to go. Well, why not? Tagaytay is such a wonderful place as well. Thank you so much for sharing with us your thoughts and insightful ideas about this controversy. I'm very impressed on how you use the expressions we have learned today in communicating your thoughts. I would love to check out the other comments you have posted here later. But for now, here are some of our takeaways from today's lesson. First, agreements and disagreements are a big part of most discussions. Second, learning some simple ways to agree and disagree in English will help you improve your conversation skills and be able to participate in meaningful discussions. Be sure to gather more relevant information about a certain topic so you can stand firm on your ground. Look how time flies. We are already in the final part of today's learning engagement. the Q&A. If you have questions about our topic today, I will be more than happy to assist you to address your queries. Just type in your questions below in the comment section and please use our official hashtag, It's Okay to Not Be Okay. Your 1 minute starts now. Time's up! I'm both excited and a little nervous about your questions. Let us look at our question number 1 from our virtual learner from my son National High School. Are there expressions you can use if you choose not to agree or disagree with anyone to avoid the argument? I understand what you mean. Sometimes we just want to play safe and be neutral. In these cases, you can just say, I prefer not to comment on that. You can also say, I'm not sure. Or for informal conversation, you can simply say, I don't know. After all, you are just being honest. Our second question came from our virtual learner from Bato National High School. What can you say if someone interrupts you before you finish making your point? This is a very interesting question. Sometimes these people who always interrupt can be very annoying. I believe these expressions can help. Wait, you didn't let me finish. Can I finish my statement first? Or can you hear me out first? For less formal conversation or when you are already a bit annoyed, you can say, I'm not yet done talking. Those are just some of the expressions you can use. Our last question will be coming from our virtual learner from Citero Francisco Memorial High School. How can you settle an argument or end a discussion that's getting too emotional? Yes, this is very important before the conversation ends up to something physical, right? After all, it is pointless to continue the conversation if you both agree to disagree. There are expressions who can do the job, like, let us move on, shall we? Let's drop it. Or sometimes, when we can't really help but to be sarcastic, we can say, whatever you say. So in these cases, it is also very important to maintain your composure and control your emotions. Thank you so much for actively participating in our question and answer portion. I am positive that you will be able to complete the succeeding tasks in your learning packets. Allow me to give you a quick walkthrough on your activities. Turn your learning packet in English on page 10. Your first task is, what's more? Read and understand each sentence carefully, then underline the words and expressions indicating agreement or disagreement. Then, answer the assessment or evaluation part. You are going to write your response to each opinion using the expressions given. explain your answers briefly using another sheet of paper. For other queries, your English teachers will be more than happy to assist you during your follow-up discussion. Once again, thank you very much for joining today's class. This has been Ma'am Joy. See you again next time for another episode of Virtual English Class, only here at Valenzuela Live, where distance is never a hindrance in learning. Stay home, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye!